Thanks for spending 5 minutes with me looking at lot 304 of Caves Road near historic Hamelin Bay, which is 5 minutes down the road. There's a couple of aerial shots here of Hamelin Bay. Fantastic area, great fishing, miles of beach to the north. This is Boranup Beach. The properties are just behind Boranup Beach by about 3 kilometres. And then going to the property, there's 100 acres here. Excellent land, been very well looked after, run by the same farmer for many years, and well fertilised. All fences are in very good condition. These are just a selection of sort of broad acre shots around the property. And then down towards the northwest corner of the property, there's a little area with some vegetation. This is the entrance off Caves Road. There's about 100 metres of bush between Caves Road and this property, so you've got full privacy from Caves Road, and that removes any noise from Caves Road as well. And then you enter the property right here into this pretty little area. From there, it's up to you what you might want to do with the property, where you want to locate your driveway and your house and so on, but we'll cover that a little later in the movie. We're still down in that northwest corner at the moment. Down along this western boundary, there's an area that's been identified as having great water potential. Now moving back up to the higher points of the property now, and looking back down to where we came into the property. And now looking to the north from one of the higher points of the property. Again, looking to the north from a laneway that runs up through the centre of the property. And now out to the west. Boranup Beach is just over that ridge. The ridge is the Lewin Naturalist National Park, so that will always remain bush. And just travelling up the laneway which runs up the centre of the property. And there's a couple more laneway shots coming. Now this shot, we're driving up the laneway from west to east. Please excuse the dirty windscreen. And then as we get to the top of the laneway, it turns to the right, around to the south, and from here looking back out to the southwest across the property. Now the big stand of trees there is actually on a neighbouring property which is already sold and settled. It's on the next block. And now we're looking out to the west from the lane that runs along the top of the property, along the highest point. So again, you've got the Lewin Naturalist Ridge there, with Boranup Beach on the other side of it. There's an area up the top here that's been identified as good for a storage dam, so you could have a soak dam down at the bottom of the property, down towards the Caves Road end, and then have a pump up to a storage dam at the top of the property if you wanted to. There's also power on the property. It runs along the western boundary, and there is a power pole with a transformer and an underground point that you can tap into. This shot's looking northwest from a higher point at the northern end or towards the northern end of the property. Great potential for a solar passive house here. You could back it onto those southerly, cool southerly winds and pick up all that north sun. And this is looking southwest across the highest point of the property. I think larger acreages, quality acreages like this that are so close to the beach are going to be very tightly held in the future. At the moment there's an opportunity to get into them. Subdivision rules have been tightened up substantially so that properties of less than 200 acres can no longer be created unless they're bush blocks. So if you want a substantial piece of pasture, there's still a few 100 acre size lots on the market at the moment. These are probably two of the best around. And as the economy picks up again, I think these are going to become very tightly held. Now this shot's taken from the highest point of the property. So this is possibly where you'd build a house. Some great views here. Quite elevated. You can see the ridge way up to the northwest there. Really clear out to the north. You've got a stand of trees not too far away to the south on the neighbouring property, which will give you protection from the southerlies. And then it's off to the beach when you finished your day's farming. There it is, look at it, beautiful. Hamelin Bay, 9 shipwrecks, diving, crayfishing. Just a fantastic place with an awesome lifestyle. So feel free to give us a call and have a chat about properties in the area. Thank you.